Some people build muscle faster, some people get stronger easier. That's not a myth, that's genetics. In today's video, I'm going to be going over, do genetics limit your gains? The real truth. Let's first go over what genetics really are. You can think of genetics like your body's blueprint. A car has a blueprint, a school has a blueprint. Your body also has a blueprint. This blueprint determines how your body is structured, and it also determines how your body responds to training. This is the blueprint, people. Not destiny. Let's next go over why some people build muscle faster. Here is a broad example of, let's say, your shoulder with a bunch of different muscle fibers and muscular cells within it, right? But let's take two different muscle fibers, for example. And let's go ahead and label these slow twitch and fast twitch. Some people naturally have more fast twitch muscle fibers. This means that they can grow muscle more quicker and they're better at explosive and more powerful movements or actions. These type 2 muscle fibers can grow bigger and produce overall more force. If we have more fast twitch muscle fibers, we're going to have more size and strength potential, right? The next thing we're going to talk about is satellite cells, which is a very important topic, but something that's under discussed. Our body has these things called satellite cells that basically repair and grow muscle. Some people naturally have more of these certain cells, which means they're going to grow muscle faster. If we have an increase or more satellite cells, we're going to be able to grow muscle faster. You know how important our hormones are to muscle growth, muscle repair, recovery, right? Or how important recovery is to hormones. That logic applies to this as well. Natural testosterone levels vary from person to person, right? My levels are not the same as yours, the same as his, or the same as his. And we know that people with higher testosterone levels can support more growth and recovery, but obviously only if training and dieting are dialed in. Now let's go over what can limit muscle growth, which is myostatin, a protein that limits muscle or cell growth. If we are high in this protein myostatin, we're simply not going to be able to grow as much muscle, maybe as easy as the person who has less myostatin in them. Some people just produce less myostatin than other people, which means they're going to be able to grow more muscle because they really don't have that growth limiter, at least to not the extreme that someone else might have it. Because we're talking about genetics, specifically people who are stronger than other people, let's go over structure and leverages, right? If I have someone, or if I'm someone with short arms, I'm naturally going to have probably a higher bench press, right, than someone with long arms. Same thing, if I have short legs, I'm probably going to have a higher squat than someone who has really long femurs or really long legs. This is because our bone structure changes how our lifts feel. If we have short arms, we're probably going to have a higher bench, or bench is going to be easier. If we have long arms, we might be better at the deadlift. And if we have short femurs, we're probably going to be better at the squat. You can think about it like this. Leverages are a mechanical advantage. This is why some people train the exact same, but perform very differently, right? If you have a guy who's short and a guy who's tall side by side squatting, first of all, their mechanics are going to look completely different because their bone structure is different, but the guy who's shorter is probably going to have an easier chance of progressing on squat quicker than someone who's taller. And because we're talking about genetics, muscle insertions play a huge role too, compared to someone who has a short bicep peak, compared to someone who has a long bicep peak. Muscle insertions determine how your physique looks, not just how big you actually are. Our shape is all genetics, right? I can't control how long my bicep peak is, or my muscle insertion in my shoulder, nor can I control how tall I am or my bone structure. But size, that's all about our training. Next, we have to cover recovery, specifically recovery and adaptation speed, right? We might have one person who recovers quickly, and then we might have one person who recovers slowly. Some people just simply recover faster, which means they can handle more volume and frequency. Recovery capacity equals growth potential, right? If I'm able to recover a lot quicker than someone else, I'm going to have more potential to actually grow because my frequency can be higher, my volume can be higher, my training can be a little more probably intense as well. Let's go over the big truth. We have a scale here of 0 to 100%. Most people are stuck between 30 and 50%. Most people never even reach half of their genetic potential. And most people aren't limited to their genetic potential just yet. They're limited to things like inconsistent training, lack of effort, poor nutrition and diet plan, and just simply not having enough time. All right, guys, so we just talked about, genetics and how some people are just genetically gifted than other people. Now let's go over what we actually can control. Because like we just mentioned, some people don't even reach half of their genetic potential, right? So let's go over things that we can do to take those steps. First thing we're going to talk about, effort. If we don't have any effort, we're not going to reach near our genetic potential. So have consistency. I preach this in almost all my videos about working out. Consistency is the name of the game. Training quality is next, right? Our training quality has to be great. Nutrition, right? Adequate amounts of proteins, high carbohydrates, healthy whole food diet. Recovery, similar to consistency, right? If we are not recovering every single day, we can't expect to grow muscle or get stronger. And then time. This is something that a lot of you fail to realize. It takes time to build muscle. It takes time to get stronger. Some people get stronger and build more muscle quickly than other people, but at the end of the day, it's going to take time. And by time, I mean years, right? I've been lifting for almost 8 years now. It'll be 8 years in November, so just over 7.5 years, around there. But it takes time, guys. And I always tell people too, you got to fall in love with the actual process and enjoyment of just working out rather than the results, because that's when you'll get burned out. All of these matter more than genetics for 95% of all people. Guys, and always remember, genetics determine your ceiling, but your habits determine how close you get to that ceiling. Stop comparing your progress to someone else's genetics. Your biggest competition should be the man in the mirror and the person you were yesterday. Focus on maximizing what you have, because majority of people will never come close. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like always, drop a like, drop a comment, and subscribe if you're new. And comment below what video you want to see next. If you're new here, my name is Zach. I'm a certified personal trainer and nutritional coach. I've been working out for over 7 years. I've reached an 800-pound deadlift, a 600-pound squat, and a 475-pound bench. If you are interested in workout plans, check out my website below. I have workout plans that you can purchase if you're intermediate, a beginner, or you want to focus on strength or muscle hypertrophy or size. And I also do one-on-one online coaching also on my website, so take a look at that if you're interested. Thank you for the ongoing support. It truly means the world to me to slowly build something that I've been trying to do for so long now, and to see that there is a potential with this, it really just means the absolute world to me, because I'm working hard every single day. I'm grinding every single day to get where I want to be, and none of it would be possible without you guys supporting me. So I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Like always, guys, God bless, and I will see you guys in the next video.